What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about these two scripts right here. As you can see, I wrote these and it's going to leverage a small tool inside Windows 11 that's going to help you keep your software on your computer up to date without you having to do much at all. It's not perfect, but it's going to help you improve and keeping your software up to date to, let's say, somewhere around 95-98% of all software that you might be running on your computer can be kept up to date by this small tool called Winget that we're utilizing right here. I'm going to be prefacing this about talking why I wrote it, and I wrote this script simply because I work with cybersecurity in my day-to-day job, and a lot of the issues with people getting hacked, or at least corporations getting hacked, or having malicious malware on their computer or in their network suddenly, is due to outdated software or software inventories that are not kept up to date. And a lot of regular people have computers at home that might be part of a botnet without them even knowing, because they click the malicious link, or they have some sort of software that has been exposed to having some sort of issues, or let's say malicious code embedded into it, or there might be an exploit in this software that hackers can utilize to get onto your own personal computer at home. And then they can start, let's say, for instance, crypto miners, stuff like that, small processes that's going to run in the background with you even knowing. So every time you turn on your computer, you're you're basically having some sort of program running in the background without you even knowing this. It's not going to remove anything that might be on your computer prior to this, but it's going to help you keep your computers more secure in the future by having this script running and helping you keep everything up to date, right? So without further ado, I think we should just jump straight into the script. The script is two-part because otherwise it's going to be hard to keep everything nice and tight with logs that I wrote, or with the script logging stuff, so you can actually troubleshoot it in case something goes wrong with it. It has a setup script that'll handle everything that you need in order to get it up and running, and then the run Winget script that is basically just the script that will execute the command for Winget to run, and then it'll be able to log whatever Winget is doing, so you can actually troubleshoot it and see what's been updated, what's been left out for some reason that Winget might not have been able to get to update, right? So let's get straight into the setup. So the setup script, and I'm just gonna be showing you this in PowerShell ICE, and the reason for that is just I like that. I like that it gets the color coding, and you can see that it recovered from yesterday. It's gonna close these two and create a new file. So right here we have the setup script, and it's very basic. So even though you might not be very strong in PowerShell or in coding in general or scripting in general, I think you can follow along. So the script has a couple of variables right here at the top. These are going to be passed down throughout the script. Then it starts out by checking if you have this folder right here, the temporary folder named TMP under your C drive. Most people have their C drive. That's the basic or default drive at Windows. So I just created a subfolder right here named TMP. This is where you want to have your run Winget script, like the actual executable script, this one right here. You can see it's located in my TMP folder on my computer as well. Then there's a simple log function, so we have something to look at if anything fails. Then the script will create a folder in your task scheduler, and let me just open that one up, task scheduler. And then inside of here, you have this drop down menu, and you can see that I ran the script yesterday just to check that everything was working as intended, and it is. So I can start out by deleting this and then removing this folder just for you to get an idea about what's gonna happen when we execute this script right here. So the folder is created, then we have the last function, which is the most important one. This is the one that creates the actual task inside of the folder, inside of task scheduler. So and then of course the actual execution of the various functions right here. So let's just try and run this script and see what's going to happen, and then we can talk a bit more about what's going to happen with the actual task that's going to be set up, and then the last script, the actual executable script that runs the function that we're looking at or wanting to run, right? So we're going to run the whole script. Let's just press F5. Usually I do Control A and then just press F8. It's just a work habit. So, but we can do F5. Inside right here, we can see that the script has been read, and then we should have something here. We have an output, right? And this is our folder inside of task scheduler. So if I refresh by pressing F5, now we have the folder back up again, and you can see that the auto update function has been, or task, sorry, has been set, but it hasn't run yet. So if I were to right click this right now and click run, we should see a blue pop-up like PowerShell terminal pop up on my screen. Then it would close quite quickly, and then we should be able to see something inside the log that would be written to the same folder right here. You can see it created a log right now. We're not going to look into that one right now, but now we're just going to talk about the second script. So the setup is very simple. It just does the setup thing, and then inside task schedule, we're going to kind of get this script to run, right? We're going to call this script using the schedule task. This script is very simple. I'm just going to take this, whoops, not that one. We're just going to paste it in here as well, just for getting the colors. So this one creates a log file as well, has the same write to log function, and then it invokes Winget by using this command right here. So we run Winget upgrade, accept all package agreements, accept all source agreements, and then -- all, which means we're going to upgrade everything that's available to us. So if I were to do this manually, I can show you. Can I enlarge this? Yes, I can make the bottom part of this window larger. So let's try to write Winget upgrade right here. This is basically the same as this command, part of the command right here, right? And press enter. And then you can see PowerShell starts to load, and then we can see what's available to us. So right now I have Oracle VirtualBox available to me with a newer version than my current version. And I can already tell you right now, I need to uninstall and reinstall this for it to work properly. I haven't gotten it to, for some reason, it won't upgrade this specific package. If you're not running it, then you don't have to worry about it, right? But sometimes Winget won't be able to upgrade everything, and that's why you have to sometimes check it manually just to see if there's any straggling packages or parts of programs that needs you to do stuff manually. So, excuse me. I'm not going to go too much into what the accept package agreements are and accept source agreements are. This is basically just to automate stuff even further. So if there were to be any pop-ups, we're just saying you can install them so you don't have to click on yes and I agree and stuff like that. It's just going to happen automatically. The all is just basically going to try to get every single package available to you right here. And before you might run this script, you can try to do this command right here and see how much you have that can be upgraded on your system from this one command right here. Then you can add, if I'm not mistaken, you can add -- silent. And this is so that you don't see this specific blue pop-up that might be popping up on your screen whenever the script is running. I'm going to leave it off for now, just so you can see, you get some sort of visual feedback for when we try to run the script. And we can do that right now by... No, before we do that, I'm just going to quickly show you how this works. So inside this task schedule, now we have talked about the actual executable inside the run Winget script. We have talked about the Winget setup. And just to kind of like make everything come together, we take a look at the actual schedule task right here. So if we double click this one, we get this second pop-up right here. And we're going to go to actions. And as you can see right here, the action that the schedule task is supposed to do, which is created by the setup script, is to start a program. And we're going to start PowerShell without any profile. Then we're going to bypass the execution policy. For instance, if you have a specific execution policy set on your system, that could be specifically if you have restricted set on your system, the script might not be able to run unless we bypass that specific execution policy because of security reasons. So after we have bypassed the execution policy, we are looking for a specific file. And as you can see, we're looking for the file inside our temp folder right here that says run winget.powershell, or ps1, which is PowerShell. So that's basically it. I'm going to try to run the script right now. I know already that it's going to fail, but we're going to take a look at the log afterwards just to see what's going to be inside of the log so you know what's happening. So if I right click and click run, we can see the blue PowerShell pop up. Then it just closes. This is perfectly normal behavior from this script. And it still says running, but if I refresh the window by pressing F5, it says ready, and it has the last result. The operation completed successfully. Sometimes you'll get an error right here. Then it's time to go check the log for whatever reason, what might have caused the script to fail. But we can do this inside of our log function right here. So if we take a look, you can see that at 12:05, the scheduled task installation script ran and created everything that we needed. And then 5 minutes later, we just ran the script and it started running. And you can see that it's exactly the same thing that we saw inside our PowerShell. PowerShell ICE when we ran it manually. So we get the same exact output right here as we do inside our log. Usually we can see all sorts of packages that has been upgraded as well. Obviously mine is not going to get caught right here, so I still have to do something manually right here. But if you have multiple packages, you can see what have been finished or installed successfully, upgraded successfully, and what might have failed that you need to address manually. And that's basically it, guys. I hope this small video can give you an idea of why it's important to keep your software up to date and hopefully help you to just automate a simple basic task. One last thing that I almost forgot is that we can take a look at, let me just get my browser right here. We can go to winget.run. And this is a page where you can see all of the different things that Winget is, or should be at least in theory. I think not all of the things in here are 100% certain. But these are all the types of packages that you can use with Winget. You can install them, you can uninstall them, and you can get them upgraded as well. So there's many packages, but still, obviously, if you're looking for the #1 contender, this would be Linux's or apt-get on Linux, which is far more advanced still and way better in performance, obviously. But this is still a good thing for Windows users. I think it's a step in the right direction. And that's basically it. You can go through all of these things yourself. And I hope this video just gave you some sort of small insight into why cybersecurity is very important and how you can hopefully automate a bit more of the tedious tasks in your day-to-day life when you're sitting at your computer and you don't want to update your software manually. You can simply just run this script. I'm going to be providing the script or the link to the script on my GitHub in the description below the video. And that's basically it. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Bye.